5180 asks, how did I write Abandoned Indoctrination, which is a song, a Goatwhore song. It's on Vengeful Ascension. And he asked, basically, any Goatwhore song. Well, Abandoned Indoctrination, there's a funny story behind the way that song was written. I actually wrote that song while we were recording Constricting Rage of the Merciless. Believe it or not, because we were doing something. I think they were tracking bass at the time or tracking vocals. And I was messing around with this plug-in, this guitar plug-in in my Studio One, PreSonus Studio One recording program. So I was messing around with some guitar sounds, and I just came up with this guitar sound that it was pretty inspiring. It was based, I think it was based on like a Marshall Plexi or a Marshall J&P or something. So I was messing around with that, and then I came up with like that main kind of intro thing. And then I was just messing around, it was kind of black metal-ish sounding guitar sound. So I was messing around with that, and the riffs just kind of kept coming. It was one of those situations to where Satan was speaking through me at the time, and the music was just flowing, So that's how that song was written. Basically, I wrote it in the studio while we were recording Constricting Rage of the Merciless. So I got it home after we got home from the recording studio, and I just kind of refined it from there. And then it ended up, then I let the guys hear it, the final idea that I had, and we changed a few things because Ben had some riffs he wanted to extend to put vocals over, and that was basically it. So basically all the riffs I wrote on that song, I wrote during the recording sessions of Constricting Rage of the Merciless. And I just I had a rough idea at the time, and then I just kind of fine-tuned it when I got home and had time and decompressed and stuff. But yes, it was one of those situations where it was like I had the song basically written in half an hour. Just the how can I say it? I don't know. The song was basically written in half an hour during those sessions, and the foundation was laid, and I fine-tuned it later on, and there you have a song. So there you go. That's how that song was written. And Josh, every Goatwhore song I write is different. A lot of the times I'll sit here and I'll come up with a riff, and sometimes a second riff will pop up, or sometimes it won't. And sometimes months go by before I find that second riff to go with the one riff. So it's always different. And sometimes I'll jam with Zach Simmons in our practice room, and we'll come up with ideas like that. It's always a different process. A lot of the times it's mostly me sitting in front of my computer, plugged in to my recording software, and just kind of using Easy Drummer and just getting a rough idea of a song structure, and then fine-tuning it from there and giving the rest of the guys in Goatwhore the song, and if they have any input of what should be changed, we change it, so what? But there's different processes that we take. Most of the time, it's Friday when I'm sitting right here in this spot with a guitar in my hand in front of my computer, jamming along. Other times, I could be jamming with Zach Simmons. Other times, it could be sitting on a fucking wharf somewhere with an acoustic guitar. That's how I kind of wrote Carving Out the Eyes of God, the song. I was in Mississippi on vacation at this cabin in the fucking woods, and they had this wharf, and I brought my acoustic guitar, and luckily I brought my computer as well. And I basically wrote that whole song on acoustic guitar sitting on a wharf in Mississippi. And I just recorded the riffs real quick in my computer, and when I got home I transcribed them to a electric guitar, and there you have Carving Out the Eyes of God. So it's always different, man.